SCP-4815 says the future can reach back and talk inside your skull. Teresa Miller lived with that voice, and it never shut up. The file marks SCP-4815 as neutralized. Her remains are to be kept in containment locker number 4805 at Site-12. Testing of SCP-4815's remains is not permitted under current humanoid EC protocols. SCP-4815 was a 5-6-year-old woman named Theresa. She said the voice was 85 years old. That future instance is referred to as SCP-4815-1. SCP-4815 could predict events she would experience, but the accuracy depended on what SCP-4815-1 chose to relay. SCP-4815 warned SCP-4815-1 was not always honest about what would occur. Sometimes the relayed information was inaccurate. Further information and personal accounts are in the attached addendum and addenda. Teresa wrote that she had been hearing from her since she was little. She wrote that the longer she listened, the less she think it was true. She called it a self-fulfilling prophecy. She wrote that if she ever hit 85 and started seeing herself back when she was young, she would lay down and die. In 2002, she described a near miss at a bus. A driver cut around the bus and slammed into a streetlight. She wrote the mirror clipped her arm. She wrote there were so many near misses that she would not have gotten through without old Teresa. She wrote that no one is that unlucky, not every other week. In 2008, she wrote about therapy and trying to categorize thoughts. She wrote that an old woman would flood her head with noise. She even wrote about trepanning and looking into it. In 2012, she wrote that if she was old Teresa, then old Teresa did not deserve the good life. In 2014, she wrote that she still heard the voice. She wrote that when she met her, she was going to kill her. The Foundation only noticed her after she checked herself into a local mental health center. She demonstrated precognitive abilities to the medical staff, after which medical records in the area SCP-4815-1 is not known. SCP-4815 claimed SCP-4815-1 was in a coma, or a place where she is not awake. Addendum states SCP-4815 was considered a neutralized object as of 02/15/2017. On the morning of 12/15/2016, she experienced a psychotic episode and began attempting LITEB. In future archival records, she is referenced as the civilian Teresa Miller. The file sits between SCP-4814 and SCP-4816. Even in